What's up, guys? Here I am back with my bonnet. So a little update. I am feeling much better. I'm still very tired. I did go with Ryan to the gym yesterday and I did some leg stuff. Nothing crazy, nothing heavy. All machines, or I could just be in a seated position. So I did leg extension, seated leg curl. I did the inner outer thigh, so you're at an abduction. I was able to do the glute thrust. And then on the leg press, where you push yourself back, that's got the cable, the pins. I did like a single leg press, and then I did some calf presses on it. It pretty much wore me out yesterday doing that. So yeah, there's that. Otherwise, I feel like I'm healing pretty well. I am still very sore. Things still feel really weird. My appointment with the nurse is Friday. I think I'm going to get stitches taken out then. I'm not quite sure. Or either it's just for her to check me out, whatever. And then the following week I have an appointment with my doctor. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. This is my last off day from work. So what I'm going to do is a little bit later on, I am going to go and try to just do some light bicep, tricep, arm stuff, just to kind of get some blood flowing. Because I do think that even though I was completely wiped out yesterday, going really helped me. I thought about trying to do some cardio today. I don't know that I will. Yeah, I just don't think that that's going to happen. We'll see how I feel. If I don't go to the apartment gym and do a little bit of cable stuff, I have some very light dumbbells here that I may just do something with. I can already lift my arms up, arms out. I do feel a slight more pain on the left side, and reaching pulls on this side way more than this side. But this side is the side that I had told her I thought I was having issues with, right? That I thought the pocket was bigger on. So she might have actually done a little bit of pocket repair and put the Duramesh, the support, the internal bra in. I don't really know. I guess I'll find out Friday. Otherwise, other than that, I have still been working. I still have clients messaging me, but also for my nonprofit, oh my God, there's so much going on with it. It's literally been work nonstop. Because we open October 1st, which is next Wednesday. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and give you guys an update. Hopefully I can give you more of an update tomorrow as well. Okay, guys. I just got back from the apartment gym. I had a pretty good little light pump session. I really focused on more of squeezing specific areas and not doing anything to engage my chest muscles. So that was nice. I just had my post-workout meal. I do plan on training tomorrow and hitting just some leg stuff at my studio. So probably pretty similar to what I did yesterday. I'm going to do some leg extensions, some leg curls. I should be able to do my leg press machine. I should be able to, I want to do some reverse hypers, some hyper extensions, 45 degree. I think I'll be able to do my machine kickback, and then I'll probably do abductions again, and throw a calf in there. I've been keeping up with my workouts on my app, and just kind of doing a as you go type of thing and how I'm feeling. So nothing has been really set in stone. Also, for my food, I've really just been kind of eating intuitively. I'm not really following a meal plan right now. I'm just kind of taking things as they come. However, I do have to get food ready for tomorrow, so I thought I would bring you guys along while I did that. My breakfast has kind of stayed the same as it has been. I've been doing eggs, either turkey bacon or chicken sausage, a tiny amount of cheese, and a slice of sourdough bread. So that will stay the same for tomorrow. I do need to pull some sausage out, actually, to thaw. Also, I wanted to tell you guys this. Where is the turkey sausage? I got this brand Royo. I have this in my freezer, but I tried one of their bagels yesterday. It has a shitload of fiber in it, right? I thought it was going to fuck my stomach up. I had no issues. I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know if I'm going to eat another one today. If I do, I'll kind of show you guys. But I have the everything ones pulled out. But honestly, pretty good. So let me try to find these turkey sausages. I'll be right back. Okay, I got those pulled out. This is the kind that I use. And I only do a half a sausage for a meal. I don't do the full thing. Mainly because a full one has 160 calories, 11 grams of fat, 600 milligrams of sodium, 4 carbs, 12 grams of protein. I'm already getting fat in my eggs and my cheese, so I don't need to fuck around with that. Shit. Also, I gotta pull out chicken. So I gotta pull my chicken out. I only have one piece of chicken left unthawed, and I'm gonna use it today in a salad. So I have to pull more chicken out. Our freezer looks ridiculous because look at that. That's ridiculous. I have sourdough loaves in here, and then I bought that Royo bread. So I have all of that also. And then we have extra potatoes for Ryan, extra potatoes for myself. It's a lot, okay? And I found these two that I haven't tried yet, but I want to. This is going to be for like a homemade cheat meal. I'm going to start making our cheat meals at home like I did last year. Mainly because Ryan's stomach gets really messed up if he pretty much eats anything greasy or off plan that we don't make. Also, this is his purchase, by the way. So I'm gonna really try to start making our cheats that we have at home. Oh my god, here's homemade sourdough cinnamon rolls too. I've been doing the most. Let me just say that. You just have to forgive me. Okay, these are my pre-made Ninja Creamies. I made these when I had my surgery. What am I pulling out here? This is a big one, so we're gonna put her back. Ryan, that right there, that right there. Okay, I have more chicken in here. Just bear with me. I'll be back. Okay, I couldn't find the chicken that I wanted to use. Maybe I had already eaten some of it. I don't fucking know. Anyway, Ryan has extra beef, so 93 beef. So that's what I'm going to use. So I've got to get together a post-workout meal. I'm going to take 3 meals with me. I'm going to take a post-workout meal, a beef meal, and then one other meal. I do have salmon in... I need to do something with it. So I have smoked salmon in there that I used on my bagel yesterday with cream cheese. Maybe I will eat that today. Yeah, so lots going on. Let me try to pull together and formulate some sort of meal, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, here we are. Here's what we came up with. So I have one meal right here. This is protein powder. And honestly, I've been doing a mix of cream of rice and oats, and I love it. Ryan had some extra of the Kodiak protein oats that he's not eating anymore, so I'm just going to try to eat those up. So I did a 1/4 scoop of that, and then I did a scoop of Bowl of Gaines crackberry. I'll be honest, I have Bowl of Gaines, I have Elevate, I've got Pride Foods. Bowl of Gaines is my favorite, mainly because if you look at the ingredients, there's no gums in Bowl of Gaines. Cream of rice has xanthan gum and things like that in it, and sometimes that stuff can really fuck your stomach up. I really believe that was a big part of the reason I had such a bad lower belly pooch for a while. Also, Ryan was having really bad stomach issues, and his BSN True Mass had like 6 gums in it. It was like xanthan gum, guar gum, this gum, that gum. So anyway, so for my next meal, I have 4 ounces of 93 beef. This is probably like a cup of green beans, a 1/2 cup of mashed cauliflower, and then I halved like 8 little cherry tomatoes and put those in here with some seasoning. So that is another meal. And then I haven't quite figured out what my third meal is going to be yet. I think I'm just going to take some cottage cheese because I have some cottage cheese in here that needs to be eaten up. And maybe a Royo, what am I trying to say here? A Royo bagel. So, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So let me pull that out, and I'll show you guys that. Okay, so one Royo bagel, this is their everything, is 80 calories, and it's a big bagel. 80 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, 400 milligrams of sodium, 38 carbs, 32 fiber, 10 grams of protein. The ingredients are water-resistant wheat starch, wheat protein, oat fiber, wheat bran, cultured wheat flour, ground flaxseed, brown sugar, psyllium husk, malted syrup, apple cider vinegar, salt, rye flour, yeast, everything bagel seasoning, poppy seeds, whole flax seeds, dried garlic, and onion. So I was honestly pretty impressed with it, and I don't know how my stomach didn't get fucked up yesterday. Who knows? It may tomorrow, it might today, because I am going to eat this today. But so far, so good. Okay, guys, so here's what I'm doing tomorrow. I've got my protein powder with my oats, cream of rice, and coconut manna. I have my beef meal, and then I've got my Royo bagel with cottage cheese. So that's like 3/4 cup of cottage cheese and 1 bagel. So those are the meals I'm going to take with me tomorrow. My breakfast and my final meal or my final 2 meals will likely stay the same, which is usually protein pancake for meal. What is this? Meal 1, 2, 3, 4. Meal 5 is usually protein pancake. Meal 6 has been the ice cream. And then my first meal is the sourdough with the eggs. So there we are, ready to go for tomorrow. All right, guys, here we are. First full day back at work. Not that I haven't been working my ass off with a nonprofit, but first full day back at work with clients. And I'm already feeling it. I forgot to schedule clients yesterday like I was supposed to do since I had the whole day off. So I've spent this morning not only scheduling clients, but talking to Bank of America and letting them know that we're not frauds. And then also talking to food banks. I've tried to let my business partner Sam know several times that just because we're a nonprofit doesn't mean we just get free food from every place. Like, there are food banks devoted to this. So I had to send a couple of voice messages to her this morning. I'm also still waiting on a reply for our liability insurance. Once I get our liability insurance, then I have to submit the rest of our information for the recovery certification that we're waiting on, or that we're trying to get. So there's that also. It's just a lot of pots in the fire at one time, on top of, now I'm back at work managing my businesses again, and I've got 4 suits I have to do, 2 fit model, 1 figure, 1 bikini. I've also got clients that are kind of all over the place at the moment. Like, I'm coming back and I have some clients that are like, hey, my schedule's changed, so I can't do Fridays now. Or, hey, I forgot to tell you, I'm out of town this week. Or, I just remembered, I'm on vacation. Like, how do you forget you're going on vacation? But anyway, so I've got all that happening, and I'm trying to manage all of my clients and everything else on top of everything else. So, needless to say, today has been a lot already. And I've got today, tomorrow, I've got to be at my doctor's office at 10 a.m. I was going to leave from there and just go to the studio. I may still do that, actually. Yeah. So, I'm going to end up, I don't know. I'm going to see how I feel today. So I've got the follow-up with my doctor. Sorry, I zoned out there. I've got my follow-up with my doctor tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm really liking how everything is looking. Also, yeah, I just don't know tomorrow what I'm going to feel like. I may come back to the house. I'm going to end up having to go to the studio, back to the studio anyway. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go straight to the studio and maybe try to work on the 2 fit model suits, and try to do some light training. Then I've got clients tomorrow till like 5:30ish. Then Saturday, I've got to get up early. I've got to head downtown for my yoga class. And then I've got to book it back to the studio. I'm going to work with clients until about 11:15. And then I'm going to leave from there, heading to Clarksville, to Fuel Fortress. And I'm going to do my posing class at Fuel Fortress. All of my posing classes are now going to be free. I really want to do that as a way to give back. And then I've got the one set for, what am I trying to say here? Golds in Hendersonville for October 25th. And And I'll be back at Fuel Fortress on November 1st. Also, let's see. The 16th is my mom's birthday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to surprise her for her birthday and go down and see them. So I'm going to end up working some through the weekend of the 11th, so I can be off the 15th. And what my plan is to get up on the 15th, go ahead and go train and get all that done, and then leave after maybe like midday, and head to Alabama and surprise my mom that afternoon. And then pretty much Thursday, which is the 16th, spend that Thursday with her. So I'll get up that morning, I'll train, I'll get whatever done I need to do, and I'll go back home and I'll pick her up and maybe take her out for lunch and maybe take her shopping or something. And then I'll spend Thursday with them, Friday and Saturday, and I'll leave and I'll come back home on Sunday. I will likely take the dogs with me. So yeah, that's that. That's my plan so far. I take my last Celebrex today. I've taken all of my antibiotics. I am not taking any of the pain pills anymore. I absolutely hate them. So there's that. As for now, that's it, guys. Once I get to the studio, I've got some things to kind of unpack and put up, and then I'm going to get my leg training in, which is just going to be it's pretty much going to be what I did on Monday, which is leg extension, leg curl. I think I'll be able to do a glute kickback. I'll do inner outer thighs, hyper extension, and leg press, and I'll do some calves. So that's kind of where we're at. I'll check back in with you guys later. Hi guys, welcome back. I feel like I'm in this shirt every time because literally this is just the t-shirt that's on top of my t-shirts. And anytime I go somewhere and I need to put something on instead of just wearing a sports bra, I just grab this shirt. So, I am at my studio. It is 11:32. I am going to try to do some form of a back workout today. And we'll just kind of see how that feels. I got cleared for just light lifting and cardio, which I need to get going because I did an hour of cardio yesterday. I want to do an hour again today. So I need to be done by 1 p.m. with my weight stuff. Things are looking good. Everything's how it's supposed to be. I see my doctor again on, what am I trying to say? On Wednesday. They just replaced the tape underneath and they're going to take stitches out next week. And said I'd probably be cleared to like wear a regular bra or whatever, but I don't wear a regular bra anyway. Other than that, everything's going good. As far as business goes, this is the time of year where my clientele starts doing this. I feel like last year was an anomaly. Like, that's never happened. Last year, it kind of did this. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Where is this coming from? But it's October, and the closer I get to Halloween, so usually once Halloween hits, and then it goes Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, my client numbers kind of do this. Ugh. And then that rolls through January, and then after Valentine's Day, it starts doing this again. So, I've lost like 6 clients in a matter of 3 weeks. Some of these clients, though, again, none of this is my fault. Some of these clients, you know, it's financial, which I understand times are hard. Also, I've had a lot of clients get hurt. Like, one of my clients got in a car wreck, her car's totaled. I had 2 clients throw their backs out. Like, they can't move. One of those clients, she threw her back out, went to the doctor. They ended up finding a mass on her spine. So, I've lost, like, 6 clients, but 3 of them are due to, like, injuries. 3, they say, is finances, you know, and that is what it is. So, I do expect 2 of those clients, maybe 3, to come back. I am supposed to be picking up some clients, so I have one client that I've been in contact with literally for like 3 months, and she has consistently reached back out to me, not me reaching out to her, which tells me that she really does want to try to do this. That says October, like, that's her time to start. So we'll see if that happens. And I've got a consultation with another client today that I had randomly commented on a post on a Facebook girls group for someone that was looking for a trainer that had a private space and that was a female and blah, blah, blah. And I commented, and she commented, and she messaged me, and she was like, hey, I'm not the person that commented, but I would really like to talk to you. So we kind of messaged back and forth, and then I set up a phone call with her today just to kind of chat about what she's wanting to do. And she does say that she's on a budget, and maybe I can help her find something that will work for her. She was an athlete before, and she has worked out, so she might be a good candidate for just an online client. So we'll see. Other than that, like, look, I expect this. Like, business does like this, right? Depending on the season, it just is what it is. It's kind of like retail. Like, you got your high months, and you got your like span of highs, and you got your span of lows. Suits have kind of tapered off as well, but shows are tapering off. However, I do have 4 suits I have to work on. 2 fit model, 1 bikini, 1 figure. So I will have income coming in from that. It's not like I'm going hungry, guys. Like, I'm fine. It's just, it sucks that everything's hitting while I just had this done, and I'm having to pay for it. But I got money saved up. It's not that dire. I ain't gonna go hurting. The nonprofit stuff, holy shit. It is a lot. I am drowning in work. I've got to get liability insurance, which I'm working on, to get this particular certificate, which I'm working on. We still don't have our IRS nonprofit status. I have to call and try to figure that out, because I think there was a form I could file that would have given it to us in like 6 weeks. And I didn't do it because I read over it and I was like, oh, we don't qualify for this. But I can't remember why I thought we didn't qualify at the time, because I read back over it and I'm like, we would have qualified for this. But we already paid for the long form, so I'm wondering if they can, like, help us out here. And I don't think we can really officially apply for any grants until we have that status, even though we have it with the state and we've got the EIN number and the paperwork and everything. So I have to figure that out. It's just so much. And I have so much going on this month. I literally thought things would slow down once I stopped competing, and it's not. Like, I got something going on every single weekend. I got my posing class this weekend. Next weekend, oddly enough, don't think I have anything, but I think I'm going to see if Emily can bring Willow over, because Willow has been begging to come spend the night for like 3 months, and I've not been able to. And then the following week, I'm going to go surprise my mom for her birthday, so I'll be gone that weekend. The week after that, I've got a posing class in Hendersonville, and then the week after that, I have a posing class in Clarksville again. And I've decided to do all my posing classes for free. I think that's going to be a great way for me to kind of give back to the sport and to kind of reach more people. Competing is already expensive enough as it is, so if there's a way for me to offer some free classes somehow, I'm going to try to do that. Anyway, there's that. Along the lines of food, so I've kind of honestly been eating intuitively. my weight is holding steady at 132, even with the surgery and stuff. I will say my digestion has not been back on track 100% since the surgery. But I have a feeling as I heal and things kind of slow down, I'll be able to get that back where it was. Meal one, I've either been having 2 slices of sourdough or a bagel, my 2 eggs, a little bit of cheese, and a half a chicken sausage link. The next meal that I've been having has been protein pancakes made with cottage cheese or yogurt. Then I've been having my post-workout meal, which is a mix of cream of rice and oats and protein powder and coconut manna. And then I've been having a meal that's a green veggie type something and a protein source. Right now, that protein source is 93 beef. Today, I've got a salad with me with a little bit of feta cheese and some croutons. Yesterday, it was lean beef with mashed cauliflower, green beans, and cherry tomatoes. And then my last meal has been protein ice cream, either with some form of a topping, like a cereal type of topping, honey, peanut butter, stuff like that. So it's kind of been set, but it's kind of not been set, if that makes sense. But anyway, I'm doing my best. Seems to be going okay for now. I will do a check-in on Monday with Shane. I will send it to Shane, and I will send it to Ryan, since Ryan's kind of helping me formulate my food and stuff. Sorry. I am going to try to get some sort of content, video, whatnot. I don't really know. Tomorrow at the posing clinic, but I don't have as much help there, so I'm not quite sure what that's going to look like. Have Paris coming. She's going to help Nita, who is my figure posing client. She's going to help her with her figure stuff. And then afterwards, we're going to hit a quick training session with some light buys, tries, maybe a little bit of shoulders, a little bit of glutes. And then I'm going to head home. I have a lot of plans to work on. I've already loaded some plans, not others. I'm going to try to do some of that work while I'm doing cardio today. So, yeah, there's an update for you guys on everything that's been going on, because I've kind of been on and off with the vlogging. And then I made a post on my Instagram about how I've done 25 shows and I still don't have a pro card, and kind of what that has taught me. And I want to kind of do a rundown and an overview, and I want to be able to like post like a picture of like my first national level show and kind of give you guys each show to show kind of a little breakdown on like what I did, how things went, that type of thing. I think that would kind of be interesting. Let me know your thoughts. Anyway, I'll check back in with you guys later. Holy shit, guys, I am so late today. It is 8:48 and I'm just now heading to Samaritan. That is like almost 20 minutes away. Again, me miscalculating my time from where I live now to where I'm going. Thinking, 10 minutes. That's all it is. And it's not. It is not. So today's agenda, it's a lot, but it's not a lot. It's a lot because I have a lot of clients checking in.
Then turn left.
I also,
turn left. Then turn right on North Creek Boulevard.
so,
Turn right on North Creek Boulevard.
God bless, fucking A. Okay, sorry about that. So, I'm on my way to Samaritan now. I've got Samaritan. I also have a shitload of people checking in today. I have a lot of clients that are doing the Night of Champions now. Like 6. I also have one OCB figure pro that's competing in the Yorton Cup today. So I've been messaging with her since like 6 a.m. forgot to schedule a client this week. Like, what the fuck? So I've been working out my schedule next week with her. Oh, it's been a mess. So I'm heading to Samaritan. I've got Samaritan. I've got to head back to the studio. I've got clients until about 11:30. Then I'm immediately leaving from there, heading to Fuel Fortress in Clarksville for my posing class, which I've got about 6 people, which is what I had last time. I think I had 7 last time. So I've got that. Then I told Paris I would train with her afterwards. So I'm gonna do maybe a little bit of arms, some shoulders, and a little bit of glutes with her afterwards. And then I've got to head back here. I've got to head back here, head back home, and I've got to look at client plans and stuff. Like, with me being out and doing so much work with the nonprofit, I've not necessarily dropped the ball on clients, but I've not been as attentive as I normally am, and I don't like that. Because the nonprofit isn't paying my bills. The nonprofit isn't my sole job right now. But I've been having to put so much work and effort into it. So, you know, there's that. Yeah, like, I really can't believe I've never done that before, where I've, like, forgot a client. But I literally forgot her. Luckily, like, she's really cool. Like, hey, here's what happened. Like, she started with me literally 2 days before my surgery, or 3 days before my surgery. So I worked with her for like 2 days. I had the break where I was getting ready for my surgery. I had my surgery. I had already scheduled clients when she started. So it just kind of slipped my mind. Like, I didn't put her on my client list, like nothing. Like, what the fuck? Like, she's in my app, like, I have her all set up. She has her meal plan, she has her training, but she is a one-on-one client with me as well. And I'm like, fuck, man, I totally dropped the ball on this. And that is not like me. That's what I don't like. So anyway, that's where we're at today, just kind of running all over the place. So I didn't look at my weight today. I have been really, really off on my digestion since my surgery. Like, my digestion has just not been what it was. And of course, I know that's from surgery, inflammation, the medicines that I've been taking, all that kind of stuff. So I'm really hoping that moving into next week, I can kind of get it back on track. I had to take something last night to kind of help me go this morning. And I think that I was going to try to do some stuff on Sunday. I was going to try to do like some cardio and stuff. But I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Sunday and rest. And I think Sunday morning I'm going to take some poo-poo stuff. That way I can, like, get things flowing again and clear out whatever. And I'll be home all day. If I want to do some cardio Sunday, I can. I will say I did do an hour of cardio Thursday and an hour of cardio yesterday. I did just walking on the treadmill on Thursday, and yesterday I did an hour on the stairwell. So I do feel pretty good that I am back to, like, being able to do more stuff again. I also did a little bit of back yesterday, and it wasn't terrible, I just had to be really conscious of my movements and what that looked like, right? So, you're gonna have to wait until I get past you, dude. So it felt good. I did just have to be more self-aware of the stretching movements, especially overhead. I did like pretty much half, like I said, half movements. So there's that. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I will check back in with you guys probably